Hi, it's Alison. Welcome to Pathlesstrodden. What you're going to see now is the second video following the progress of my boyfriend Rob in his barefoot journey. He was inspired by reading Born to Run in the summer and has been barefooting for about 6 months now. He's got quite a lot of things to share, so I'll hand you over to him. Cheers.
Hi, so I've been barefoot running now for a little under 6 months, and the first couple of months of that were a little injury prone. I got the injuries in my calf muscles, nothing serious, but they were pulled and I had to take a few days off and that sort of thing. During that time I was also walking in these Feelmax shoes, and as you can see they're quite flimsy, which wasn't ideal, and we'll come back to that later. Actually, the Feelmax shoes were responsible for the only serious injury that I sustained, which is in my big toes, and basically I have a habit of curling my toes, and it's as if all of the pressure goes onto where the toenail is, and I don't do that in my Vibrams, but I do it in my Feelmax shoes. Something to do with the way the Vibrams encase the toes, that I don't do that with them, but in the Feelmax shoes I do, and I've got big bruises all over my toes, so maybe we can have a little picture of that. And anyway, having said that, those injuries haven't hurt in the last, probably for about 3 months now. I haven't had even a twinge out of them, so although I hurt myself to begin with, whatever it is I was doing to hurt them, I'm not doing it anymore, so that's good news. Now, after I kind of got used to the whole barefoot thing and not having nice big cushions underneath me, I did some serious running out in Italy, and I was running probably 3 or 4 times a week, I think, and some of the runs were, I think the longest one I did was nearly 2 hours 20 minutes, something like that, and it was really quite speedy. I really enjoyed myself, and I wouldn't have been able to run that smoothly with that little effect on how I felt the next day had I not been running barefoot. I really couldn't do that in running shoes. So already now I feel like as a runner I've surpassed what I could do previously. However, after my 2 months out in Italy, I came back to the UK, and it coincided with Snowmageddon, as an American friend of mine described it. And basically there was snow everywhere, and these little Feelmax shoes wasn't going to happen. So I started walking around in a pair of sort of snow boots that I got from Millets, and basically the whole barefoot thing went out the window to some extent, although I have to say I'm mid-foot striking even when I'm wearing normal footwear now, which is quite difficult when you consider that most normal footwear has a big heel on it. So I was quite pleased with that. And then a few days ago, thankfully at last the snow cleared. It took weeks, but finally it cleared, and I put my Feelmaxes back on and I started walking around, and you know, it felt absolutely glorious, it really did. And Alison and I went to 10 Point in Amersham. Now 10 Point is a triathlon store, and they sell a lot of barefoot footwear, and if you're at all interested in barefoot walking or barefoot running and you want some sort of footwear to just cover your feet and keep them safe, I recommend you go to 10 Point because they're really friendly there, and also you can try on just about any of the brands of barefoot footwear just to see what it actually feels like rather than just ordering them off the internet. And I came away with, I'll show you here, maybe we can move the camera to them, a pair of Vivos. There they are. And basically I plan to run back in Italy in these. The idea being that they're a little sturdier than the Feelmaxes and certainly cover my feet a little better than the Vibrams, and hopefully I'll be nice and warm. I also saw they've got some Vivo boots, and you can even get snow chains on them. So next year, if it snows again, I'll be around in really big, hefty Vivo boots with snow chains, and I'll be running in the snow, definitely. I haven't tried running in these Vivos yet, so that's a subject for another video. However, something else of interest Yeah, the Vivos cost me, I think, £90. These little insoles, they're called Angora is the material, and I don't know if you can see, they're all soft, and basically they keep your feet very, very warm. And I don't think I'm going to use them for running. I think I'll just use them for walking around in normally, because when I run my feet warm up quite a lot, but when I'm just walking around it'd be really nice. It honestly does. The lady in the shop said it feels like you have a couple of little heaters underneath your feet, and it really does feel like that. It's lovely. So these little things were £6. And yeah, in some video in the future I will report back on what it's like to be running in these Vivos. Until then, enjoy your barefoot journey. Take care. Bye.